Hi, a good day to you. Today, I'll be applying for the role of Policy Analyst with Kingdom of Thailand, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. In relation to this role that I am applying for, I am going to be answering three major questions in relation to the roles and responsibilities and as of why I qualify for this position. Firstly, I will tell you the reasons why I think I qualify for this position. Secondly, I'll give you examples of when I have successfully led people, especially a diverse group of people, in accomplishing a task. Thirdly, in the context of a world crisis, I will advise Thai energy companies in the development of Myanmar's energy resources. Firstly, I'll be explaining about the reason as of why I am applying for this job. Ever since I was young, I've always been interested in terms of how public policy works. Public policy that impacts people, public policy that make changes for the world. I chose the Bachelor of Arts and Social Sciences under the University of Monash, Malaysia. During my time there, I have learned about so much in terms of crafting proper research proposals, policy proposals, as well as gaining the analytical lens to critically evaluate situations in the world. I have learned how to conceptualize the most important challenges confronting our global communities, and I've learned how to devise new and innovative solutions to these challenges by forming public policies. Through that learning process, I've learned how to be a great communicator. As an individual, I had the opportunity to understand the interplay of global, regional, and local forces. I would say that my master's program in Harvard University has made me felt the urgency to make a difference in the world. Through the Masters of Public Administration under Harvard University, I've had real-world professional experience, and I know what works because I've already have basic knowledge in economics, public policy, or management. During that time, I felt like I found my calling. Through that, I've learned specialized skills, informed perspectives, and nuanced understanding to be an even more effective leader in solving public problems. After explaining all of my qualities, I would say that according to my university degree, I have been in a related discipline such as public administration, and it has given me the passion in policy development as well as certain and minor experiences in making recommendation on policy issues. This is why I am applying for the position. Besides that, as a firm believer of an enduring democracy, I believe in the opportunity and responsibility to participate in civil affairs, and as a responsible citizen of the Kingdom of Thailand, I believe that this position will make me know how to have the analytical, ethical, and practical skills necessary to effectively engage in public affairs. So now, I'm going to be explaining how I have engaged with different stakeholders such as governmental and non-governmental groups for a task. And this demonstrated my experience in relationship management, including the ability to plan, identify, and liaise with relevant internal and external stakeholders to inform policy development. During my time in Harvard, I had the opportunity to be the Vice President of HKS Southeast Asia Caucus. During my time there, I had the opportunity to organize an event called the Asia Leadership Track. Under that, I have managed and worked alongside almost up to 36 committee members as well as Harvard admin members for the multi-country event. It included Shanghai, Hong Kong, Manila, Singapore, and Kuala Lumpur. For that, I had collaborated with AirAsia, a Malaysian low-cost airline, for accommodation and transport. AirAsia is considered as a private corporate. Also, working with my teammates, I secured sponsorship from Jeffrey Chia Foundation, Malaysia's largest education-focused social enterprise. With my teammates from diverse backgrounds, because they are from different countries, we planned the logistics of the trek, which included inter-Asia flights between 6 cities, accommodations, transportations, and most meals in the country. To further demonstrate my ability to work with different stakeholders, I was actually interning for Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Thailand. I worked and negotiated with stakeholders in government and non-government agencies for environmental policies and campaign issues. For that, I also conducted research and helped to prepare policy and background analysis based on published data and research. I also had to prepare policy briefs for the regular meeting. I was the intern for a year in that place. I had also worked under United Nations Human Rights for 4 years as their assistant human rights officers. I had to monitor human rights, political and conflicts development in Thailand and Laos. Besides that, I conducted research and helped to prepare policy briefs based on documents, submissions of cases of human rights violations in the region to OHCHR Human Rights. Besides that, I had to prepare conferences as well as project proposals concerning international human rights treaty bodies, because it was requested by the regional representative. My most recent working experience under the field of public policy would be with the Office of the Prime Minister, Royal Thai Government. I worked there as a Secretariat of the Prime Minister for 5 years. During my time there, I had to facilitate logistics for the cabinet to greet and meet the royal family. Besides that, I had to review and draft the national budget and tax policy briefs. I also conducted research and analysis on national policies under tight timelines. So, after illustrating the points above, I believe I've showcased the good qualities of a candidate with at least a minimum of 10 years experience in public policy analysis. To fulfill my obligation as a policy analyst for the Kingdom of Thailand under the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, I will have to analyze public policies which might be beneficial for my country itself and other countries that I am dealing with. PTTEP, as a Thai state-owned company, is looking to how to bid for oil and gas exploration rights in Myanmar. More gas production from Myanmar will contribute to Thailand's energy security. Thailand, as a country itself, generates 70% of its electricity from natural gas, and its domestic supply is dwindling. To advise this in an objective manner, I will have to split it into two sides, the Thailand side and the Myanmar side. From what I understand, the economic perspective for Thailand is that Thailand's market for energy is already mature and saturated. I hereby humbly argue and suggest that Myanmar's energy sector will benefit from PPT's overseas expansion strategy. First of all, it is to look at natural gas. Its demand is expected to expand as a result of natural growing demand in Myanmar, alongside with shifting government power policy. So, to improve domestic gas availability by investing into that sector would be beneficial for the country itself. I hereby humbly argue and suggest that Myanmar's energy sector will benefit from PPT's overseas expansion strategy. First of all, it is to look at natural gas. Well, the only reason I can suggest this and justify this to the Myanmar side is because Myanmar has generally been very reliant on hydropower, which is very susceptible to outage when there's a dry weather condition. So then again, as a policy analyst for the Kingdom of Thailand under the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, I would like to suggest a way to maintain our bilateral relationship with Myanmar government in a way where we can both preserve our mutual benefit in this situation. So, the way is to suggest this proposal to Myanmar, where Myanmar would be more likely to agree with this expansion into natural resources. Also, as a policy analyst, I would also suggest Thai and Myanmar government to work together in looking into how this might affect the environment as well. But then it is to consider that sometimes there is always a trade-off between economic and environmental values. So what we can do is to do the best to minimize the damage that we can do to the environment. That is the end of my interview for the role. I hope you can take whatever I've said into consideration. Thank you for your time.